The Fever's worst nightmare just became reality. Back-to-back defeats that no one saw coming. After steamrolling opponents to start their West Coast swing, the team's momentum came to a screeching halt. First Phoenix, then Los Angeles, delivered gut-punch losses. And these weren't ordinary setbacks. They were the kind that shake your confidence and make you wonder if the playoffs are slipping away.
Obviously we lost our last two, but I think, I don't know, that LA one felt good for us because we didn't quit. And then, life happened the other night at the Valley, so we could have looked at it like, oh, woe is me, and we don't have enough players, and we didn't. So shout out to our group for just staying confident and staying ready because it's a professional league and we have to be ready, and we can't make too many excuses about it because no one's going to hand us anything. So we might as well look at it for what it is and keep showing up.
The Fever were already reeling with Caitlin Clark sidelined since July 15th by quad and groin injuries, with no return date in sight. But the Phoenix game turned a bad situation into a disaster. In the first quarter, Sydney Coulson crumpled to the floor with a torn ACL in her left knee, the kind of injury you could see unfold in real time. Just like that, her season was over.
Unbelievably proud. I think this is the most resilient team I've ever been a part of, and I say that wholeheartedly. We've had a lot of mishap happen throughout the course of the season. I think throughout the course of it all, we stay resilient, and you guys get to see us at our best when we stay together and be resilient. So shout out to my girls tonight because I think it took everybody. Everyone played a piece, played a role, and I think that's how we got the dub.
But then came the real gut punch. In the fourth quarter of that same game, Ari McDonald broke a bone in her right foot. 2 point guards. One night. Both done for the season. Suddenly, the Fever had no one left to run the point. Not the starter, not the backup, not even the backup's backup. In the WNBA, playing without your floor general is tough enough. Losing all of them, that's straight-up basketball nightmare territory.
You guys are unfortunately kind of familiar with injury updates this season, but I imagine yesterday's was probably pretty tough. Just what's the reaction been from you guys, the players, the coaches, to losing Sid and Ari?
Yeah, first and foremost, just brokenhearted for them. They're two really good people that you hate to see this happen to. They've been an integral part of what we've been doing, and so hate it for them. Unfortunately, it's part of the deal, and we've got to roll with it. And we've got players in that locker room who believe in one another. Players in that locker room who are as competitive as all get out. We've got versatility, and it's going to have to be on full display. So I think now it's about playing to honor them, right, and playing for them.
Coach Stephanie White was forced to improvise rotations on the fly, eventually settling on a by-committee approach to running the offense. In plain English, that's coach speak for, we're figuring this out as we go, and hoping for the best.
You don't have any healthy point guards, and you're not able to sign anyone for tonight's game. Just for tonight specifically, what is your plan kind of running point?
We'll have to do it by committee, certainly. We've been utilizing AB to initiate offense throughout the course of the season, so we'll use her, continue to use her. Sophie, at times this season, particularly early, ran some of the point for us as well. So we'll utilize her and Kelsey can initiate offense too. So I think the most important thing is that we aren't going to be able to do every play in our arsenal. We'll have to play a big lineup. We'll have to simplify. But we've got players who are capable of getting us into offense, and we'll utilize them in such a way.
Fans were starting to wonder if this team could survive real adversity. The trade deadline had already passed, so the front office's hands were tied. They had no choice but to roll with the roster they had. The Chicago Sky had to be licking their chops. Indiana was wounded, desperate, and missing its biggest star. The Sky had lost every matchup to the Fever this season, but this looked like their golden shot at revenge. What they didn't realize was that the Fever had been quietly building something all year, a culture of resilience, grit, and trust. This wasn't going to be another collapse. This was the setup for a masterclass in team basketball, and the perfect stage for an unlikely hero to rise and flip the entire story.
Williams gonna have to hurry, off the dribble, rolls out. Oh, open three. Oh, what a sight for Lexie Hull. She has needed that one to drop.
Lexie Hull catching fire.
Now Chicago just needs to get it a little bit more settled here in the half court. Nurse loses it. Mitchell 2-on-1. It's a foot race. Mitchell to Cunningham. Cunningham right there for 2 more.
Lexie Hull had been living in her own head for weeks. Every miss chipped away at her confidence, and the rim started to feel like it had a lid on it. This wasn't just a rough night or two. It was the worst shooting slump of her pro career. Over the 2 weeks leading into the Chicago game, she went just 2-for-25 from beyond the arc. Her mom hadn't watched her hit a three-pointer since August 1st against Dallas.
What was kind of the last month like? How do you stay out of your head or listen to the right people? What is that balance like? As you know what you need to do. Take us kind of what's that like?
Yeah, I mean, I think for me, it's focusing on doing the right thing, taking the right shots, being in the right place, focusing less on the outcome of things. Missed shots happen. It's going to happen in everyone's career. And to just really focus on getting the next good one. I think that's the whole mindset, and we know we have confidence in every single person and every shot that they take. So, just keep shooting.
Lexie Hull's shooting slump had reached painful depths. She was missing wide-open looks she used to bury without a second thought. You could see the hesitation, her natural shooting stroke smothered by doubt. Each miss piled on more pressure, trapping her in a mental prison where overthinking replaced instinct.
And then, Lexie, what was it like to finally break out of that slump, and especially on a night when they needed you to?
Yeah, I mean, it feels good. It feels good to see the ball go through the net. But I think, every game, regardless, you're making shots, you're not, it feels really, really good to have your teammates behind you, and I definitely feel that every day, and it's fun. It's fun today to get to celebrate some of them.
The Phoenix game was rock bottom. Hull went 1-for-11 from the field, 0-for-8 from deep, scoring just 2 points, arguably her worst offensive showing of the season. Afterward, teammate Kelsey Mitchell pulled her aside, telling her she was going to count on her for everything she brought to the team, night in and night out. Then came Chicago. Early in the game, with Caitlin Clark watching from the bench, Hull caught the ball, stepped into her first three-point attempt, and let it fly. Perfect rotation. A clean arc swish. Clark exploded off the bench, grinning ear to ear, celebrating like she'd just hit the shot herself. For Hull, it wasn't just 3 points. It was the moment the weight finally lifted. And with Sydney Colson already lost for the season, that bucket couldn't have come at a better time, and the foul. After weeks of scoring frustration, Lexie Hull finally had her moment. Perfect baseline execution, curling off the screen, and burying the shot. The Fever's roster may have been depleted, but plays like this showed they were still dangerous. That one make was the spark, the shot that broke the dam. Hull's confidence came flooding back, and suddenly she was hunting for her next look. She finished 4-for-6 from deep, but the box score couldn't capture the real story. This was a player rediscovering her identity in real time. She was moving without the ball again, reading the defense, and playing with freedom. Her final three-pointer felt like the perfect punctuation mark on the night. "It's fun," Hull said afterward. "The crowd was behind us. It's fun to walk out of the gym on a high note and on a make. I saw the time winding down and tried to channel my inner Kelsey Mitchell." Hull's plus 22 rating showed her impact went far beyond scoring. Her 17-point, season-high performance proved that sometimes all it takes is one shot to change everything. Teammates celebrated every make, Aaliyah Boston flashing the three-point sign with both hands, Sophie Cunningham wrapping her in a hug. Chicago had no idea they were about to be run out of the gym. As Kelsey Mitchell put it, "I think Lexie knows we believe in her." Our last game in Phoenix was emotional for everyone. No one shot well, but I wanted her to know we're going to count on her for what she brings every single night. Kelsey Mitchell has always stood by her teammates. No question about it. But in Chicago, she had to do more than support. She had to transform. In her WNBA career, Mitchell had never been tasked with running an entire offense. She was a pure scorer by trade, known for putting up career-high points while keeping her assists low. This was a player who lived to hunt her own shot. "Man, I haven't played point guard since maybe college," Mitchell admitted after the game. "It's different. It kind of brings out the vulnerable side of me, the leadership I still need to grow into. But I believe in my team. My assists tonight are because of these girls. We've got unbelievable chemistry, and they made me look good." Playing point guard meant sacrificing her own shots to set up others, a complete reversal of instincts honed over 7 seasons. Coach Stephanie White noted Mitchell had initiated offense here and there earlier in the season alongside Aaliyah Boston and Sophie Cunningham, but running the show full-time? That was uncharted territory. Her teammates noticed the sacrifice. "Kelsey's not giving herself enough credit," one said. "She and Sophie put the team first, playing out of position, doing uncomfortable things, and making it work." The first few possessions showed the adjustment period. Mitchell had to rewire her basketball brain in real time, fighting her scorer's instinct and thinking like a floor general. But once she found her rhythm, she finished with a season-high 8 assists, proof she could reinvent herself when the team needed it most. Mitchell's scorer's instincts were hardwired. Her first thought had always been to look for her own shot. Now, she had to scan the entire floor and deliver the best option for her teammates. Coming off a screen, creating just enough separation, she dumped it inside to Boston, and the ball rolled in. Then something shifted. Mitchell started seeing the game through a different lens. Passing lanes she'd never noticed as a shooting guard began to appear. Her court vision expanded, and suddenly she was threading passes with the precision of a seasoned point guard.